Ah, children of the drum, warriors of the moonlight, and keepers of ancient secrets. Come closer, let your ears be blessed. I am Iyansi, the old storyteller, guardian of truth and twilight tales. Before we begin, tap that red calabash of subscription, ring the sacred bell, and let the spirits of stories find you every week. For this tale is not just a tale. It is a warning, a mirror, a curse. Now gather, for I will tell you of Mama Ziroje, the woman who fed 7 mouths, yet closed her heart to joy. In the red-earthed village of Amuru, where goats wore bells like kings and elders spoke only under the Iroko's shadow, lived Mama Oge, a widow known for her power, wealth, and pride. Her 7 children, 4 sons like palm trees, and 3 daughters as fair as yam blossoms, were her trophies. But Mama Oge had one law. No child shall be born from my lineage while I breathe, she always murmured to herself. The village gasped when her first daughter's pregnancy ended in strange bleeding. They wept again when her second daughter-in-law went mad at midnight, screaming of crawling shadows in her womb. Prayers were said, sacrifices offered. But Mama Oge smiled quietly, her eyes always watching the forest edge. Only the old ones whispered the truth. She walks with Iyimo, the goddess of dry wombs. And still, her compound was grand, her children obedient, and her laughter loud. But the spirits were watching. Because no womb closes without consequence.
Children of wisdom, you have come again. Sit, sit. The fire is warm and my tongue is heavy with secrets. If you have not subscribed yet, the ancestors will not be pleased, so do it now. Let this tale enter your bones. Now, where did we stop? Ah, yes. The village feared, but the children, they began to wonder. One evening, under the full moon's jealous gaze, Amaka, Mama Oge's 3rd child and her only daughter of faith, returned from the city with her husband. Her belly had been flat for 7 years, but her spirit burned with holy oil and stubborn hope. At the family dinner, Amaka asked, "Mama, why do children disappear in this house like smoke from a broken pipe?" The room froze. Mama Ide chuckled, slow and dry. Because children are distractions, weakness. What we build, they ruin. I have built. That is enough. Later that night, Amaka knelt by her mat, praying fiercely. As she cried, she fell into a deep sleep. And there, a dream came. She saw an old woman with cowries for eyes and a snake around her neck. "If you want to save your womb," the woman hissed, "go to your mother's hearth. Dig where fire once danced." Amaka woke up shaking, sweat dripping like rain from a banana leaf. She looked at her husband. "Tomorrow, we dig." What she would find would crack the sky. Ah, listeners of fate, your ears are strong, your hearts ready. Welcome again to the circle of fire and truth. But before we open this next gourd of sorrow, click that sacred bell. Let the spirits know you are here, and the gods of storytelling will never forget you. Now, listen well, because in this chapter, the earth speaks. Amaka rose with the cock's 2nd crow. She tied her scarf tight, lips dry with prayer. Her husband, Ugo, brought a shovel hidden in a raffia bag. They waited for Mama Eid to leave for the market, then crept to the sacred hearth where family meals were cooked, and secrets warmed for decades. With every strike of Ugo's shovel, the ground moaned. Sand turned dark, then a clank, clay. They unearthed 7 sealed pots, ancient, marked with blood, cowries, and strange carvings. Each pot bore the name of one of Mama Edie's children. Inside, they found dried herbs, hair strands, bits of cloth, and red sand that smelled of graveyards. Ugo stepped back. "These are womb locks," he whispered. "Old magic, forbidden." But Amaka didn't stop. She smashed the first pot with a stone, shouting, "In Jesus' name, let this bondage break." Suddenly, the wind howled. A shadow shot past. The sky darkened as if night was jealous of her courage. The final pot burst, and with it, a blood-curdling scream echoed across the village. Far away, Mama Eid collapsed at the market, clutching her chest, eyes wide, lips trembling. Who touched the hearth? The spirits had been disturbed, and their anger had just begun. Ah, you have returned, brave ones. You are no longer listeners. You are now witnesses. But wait, before the next secret leaps from my lips like a restless spirit, tap that red calabash, subscribe, and ring the bell. This is not just entertainment. This is a spiritual journey. Now, let me tell you what happens when faith disturbs darkness. As the seventh pot broke, the sky opened like a wounded drum. Lightning licked the skies of Amuru, and thunder rolled in the winds like angry ancestors. Birds fled, goats cried. In the village square, Mama Edie writhed on the floor, her wrapper soaked in sweat. Her tongue twisted and her voice changed. "I tied their wombs with fire and shame," she confessed through cracked lips. "I gave 7 goats, 7 packs, and my soul to Iyimo. No grandchild shall take what I built." The villagers gasped. Even the ground seemed to shrink from her words. But in her home, Amaka did not flinch. She held her Bible in one hand and a burning candle in the other. With each prayer, a different scream tore through the air. From the shrine of Iyimo, deep in the forbidden forest, her siblings began to call. Her sister bled no more. Her brother's wife felt life kick in her womb. Even the barren one, after 10 years, felt warmth spread through her belly. But Mama Edie, she began to wither. Her eyes turned glassy. Her voice faded. Her once proud compound grew cold, the laughter gone. No one visited. Even the trees seemed to avoid her gate. Iyansi with a tone softens, like a grandfather whispering truths by moonlight. The palm wine is almost finished, but the story still flows. You who are seated by this fire are no longer strangers. You are children of the drum marked by truth. Subscribe, I say again. Don't let these tales pass you by like a lazy breeze. And now, listen to the silence of regret. Months passed. Amaka gave birth to twin girls, radiant like the morning sun. Her siblings followed one by one, each child a miracle, each cry a victory over darkness. The village rejoiced, drums echoed, elders danced, the curse was broken. But Mama Oge? She sat alone on her veranda, staring at the old hearth, now cold, shattered, and empty. Her skin sagged, her voice thin like torn cloth in Harmattan wind. Her compound, once filled with footsteps, became a silent shrine to pride and fear. Children passed by but did not enter. Her sons visited only when forced. Her daughters kept their babies far away. Even the goats seemed to avoid her shadow. One day, Amaka came with her twins. She stood before the compound, but Mama Ede did not come out. Instead, she watched from behind the curtain, her eyes wide with longing, her lips moving but no words escaping. A soft knock. "Mama, meet your grandchildren," Amaka said. But Mama Ide only wept. She had fought grandchildren like a plague, only to realize they were the very medicine her soul needed. But by the time her heart opened, their hands were already gone. The The journey nears its end, children of the tale. If you followed this far, you are not just watchers. You are keepers of wisdom. But if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the red calabash, ring the bell, and let these stories live in your soul forever. Now, listen, for regret has a sound, and I will let you hear it. The rains came, soft at first, then fierce. Mama Ogay's roof leaked, her walls grew green with sorrow. She sat in silence most days, her wrapper barely tied, staring into the hearth that once held power, now reduced to ashes and shame. No songs, no cries of newborns, no laughter. Only the tick of her own lonely heart. Word spread Mama Ogay was dying. The healer refused to come. Let her face what she summoned, they said. But Amaka, sweet Amaka, returned once more. She came with her twins, not out of duty, but faith. She placed one child on Mama Ogay's lap. At first, the old woman did not move. But then her fingers trembled. Her eyes softened, and she whispered, "Forgive me. I thought I was protecting you all, but I was only protecting myself. From joy I didn't believe I deserved." Her cheek. She passed before dawn, smiling, holding a grandchild she never wanted but finally loved. The village mourned, and from that day a proverb was born. A woman who fears her children's joy shall die with echoes, not blessings.
Ah, the tale has ended, but the lesson remains. Pride can build a fortress, but love builds a legacy. Subscribe, my child, share this tale, and remember, some wombs are dry, not by nature, but by fear. Until next time, let your days be full and your nights guarded by the spirits of the ancestors. I am Iyansi, and I have spoken.